Right, so bear with me. The desk is kind of a mess from figuring everything out today, but everything is pretty much figured out. So take a look. I have for us some new old stock controllers. This is a pretty good, nice little controller. They've made 100 million of them, and they're really reliable. It may actually be slightly higher power than yours. I think that you said yours was a 13 or a 14 amp. This is a 15 amp guy. And I have 3 of them. So we just need to make sure that I can get 2 of them to work for you, which I think are going to be these 2 right here because they're almost identical pinout connections. Speaking of pinout connections, this is the pinout connection for this specific controller that I have. And I was able to cross-reference the throttles you sent me on Amazon to figure out the color combination and the pinout to match this plug. That's the magic plug that makes all the lights on this style throttle as well as the button and the actual throttle itself work. But if you take a look, so this is not going to be the throttle you're going to get because this throttle says 48 volts and you run a 36 volt system. So if you take a look, everything is wired up properly. It's kind of a rat's nest in here right now, but it does work. And when you hit the on button, it turns it on. So when the on button's off, nothing happens. But when you hit the on button and you hit the throttle here, you can see that it spins up the little motor that I got in the vise. Let's see if I can go full throttle for you here. So yeah, should work out really, really nice for you. Like I said, you're not going to be getting this individual throttle because this is a 48 volt variant. And if you take a look, it says that it's empty right now, even though the little power supply I have running the controller is at 42 volts, which is the hot off the charger voltage that all 36 volt batteries run. All 36 volt batteries are 42 volts hot off the charger, but because this is a 42 or 48 volt system, 42 volts in the voltage range means that the battery is empty. So we'll get you 4 of the 36 volt variants, and when it's at 42 volts hot off the charger, it'll say full instead of empty. The low voltage or empty mark, I think, for this guy is in the low 30s, between 30 and like 32 volts or something like that. So I will order those from Amazon and pair them up with this controller, and then I still have to test this guy, but they are the same thing and should just work. But once I get everything all hooked up, I will make that wiring harness for you, and you're gonna be back in business.